Hello, how are you today? I am out here taking a little walk around the park. It's very windy, so we'll see how this goes. Um, but I wanted to show the progress of the fall coming. It's still not very colorful yet. It's just starting to show at the treetops. But anyway, here we go. Let's go over and turn it around. We'll have a little walk and a little chat. I haven't been doing any recording for the last 2 weeks. I said in my last video that I would probably be taking a little time off, which I have, and part of it is I've been having some health issues that I mentioned, and I needed to have a test done for a very serious health condition known as amyloidosis. Well, that has been done, and I did test positive. So I don't know how much I will be posting in the near future because I have a lot more testing to be done, and I'm trying to find out what is most important to me at this time. I really enjoy the painting I've been doing, but I'm not sure that I'm ready to sit there and paint for you all the time. So I probably be doing some walking around and showing the property and possibly going to other places to video that are beautiful and have little chats like these. And then I'll show some of the paintings that I've been doing, and perhaps I will video a little bit of what I'm doing and just throw in snippets of that. So I hope you'll bear with me, and I hope that if you're watching this and haven't subscribed that you will, because it's very hard to spend so much time and energy creating videos and not having people comment or like or subscribe. And it is my passion to make my videos. I probably won't be doing many more of my music that I have done in the past, and will infrequently post anything new that I've written, and maybe do a live performance, as it were. And bear with me a second, I have to find my puppy, Sissy. She's gone around the corner from me. I don't think she'll go too far. But now look at this lovely tree here. It is starting to turn. It's a gorgeous windy day here in Delaware. And that tree has some red in it. That one's starting to turn. I've mentioned before how much I love our forested area here. There's not many around these days other than the parks. Look up here. This is starting to turn way up here. Autumn is my favorite time of year. Hello, beautiful maple leaf. Here comes Sissy. She's coming back now. She loves going out. She's 10 years old. Still acts like a puppy a lot of the time. So Marty, my husband, and I went to Cape May, New Jersey, which is my favorite beach on the Jersey Shore, probably my favorite beach on the whole eastern coast of the U.S. And we spent 2 nights and 3 days there. Took a ferry ride over across the bay from Delaware to New Jersey and stayed in a little old motel right at the end of the beach avenue called the Jetty Motel. And it was lovely. We had a wonderful time. I got some sketching done. I'm going to be painting here soon. And we did some shopping and some walking on the beach. And took a lot of photos. And they have a nature center, they call it the Nature Conservancy, over by the lighthouse in Cape May. And we spent a lot of time out there. They have a hawk watch, and I'm a birder, sort of. I mostly was doing bird rehab, volunteering, and did a little work there at times, seasonal work. And love birds, love watching them. I'm not a fanatic about getting numbers or trying to find the perfect bird. I just love birds, and I think that they're wonderful in the wild, and I don't want to disturb them. Anyway, we did that. We went over to the Washington Mall a couple of times for dinners and did a little shopping there, and then took the ferry back, and it was just delightful. I needed that getaway so badly. So, let's see what is up here. Look at these gorgeous trees. Sadly, we have a lot of ash trees, and the ash borers have gotten so many of them. We ended up taking one down in the park because they are so far behind on taking down trees that are dying that they said it would be 3 years before they could take this one down. So my husband and his 2 sons got out there in one day and took it down, and it was sad to see it go. And we had to take my silver maple down this year because it was rotting on the inside, and that was sad. I always feel sad when we have to take a tree down. Here we are, we're walking in the woods a little bit. Let me show you down this way. Sissy, come. Here she goes. Da-da-da-da-da. She's off. This is one of the pathways my husband and I take. Because it is so windy, I don't think I'm going to go too far in because a lot of trees have been coming down lately. But I just wanted to show you this magnificent little forested area. So I'm going to be putting this together and getting it out to you today. And I may do a little bit of indoors and show you some of my sketchbooks that I've been working on lately. But for the time being, I'm going to let you go and get my puppy back and head back to the house. Hello again, I'm back in my house, and I thought I'd show you a couple of things I've been working on lately, and some of the sketches I did while we were in Cape May. So I also got bunches and bunches of leaves that I may do some sketching and painting on in watercolors in the coming days. So that's going to be good to do. Anyway, while I was away, well, some of the things I've been doing in this sketchbook I've already showed you. I'm not sure if I showed you this I sketched. I still have yet to paint. That is my niece and my sister-in-law. And I don't know if you've seen this one. This is a little abstract doodle that I did. And that was with watercolors and gouache and pen that I did in August. And a couple that I worked on. This is a little garden Cosmo, and then the zinnia I have yet to paint. And well, this you won't be able to get. This is a dream I had, and it's a kind of a beachy marshland scene with the sun and some forestry in the back. I had to write that down real quick so I wouldn't forget it. But this is Cape May. It's I forget the name of the beach, but it's the beach at the end of Beach Avenue, and it curves around in the lighthouse in the background. There's a bunch of surfers out, and that's the jetty. Hence the Jetty Hotel right there. So I'll be working on that, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see much of this, but this is the it's called the Bunker Pond, and it's in the Nature Conservancy, and I sketched it from the Hawk Watched, and it's got a big pond in it, and lots of muted swans live there. And while I was there, there was a great blue heron and a kingfisher that I got to watch for quite some time. We had an eagle fly over, and some ospreys and Cooper's hawks. It was just a busy day. And they also had, I don't know if you're into birding, but for those of you who are into birding, I described the bird scene that weekend. Mostly the biggest flocks of birds coming through were the yellow-rumped warblers. Cape May, of course, is on the Atlantic flyway zone, and that's when birds migrate from Canada all the way down to the tropics. They come through New Jersey and Delaware, so we get to see a lot of that this time of year and in the spring, early spring, when they come back. So that's all the sketching I got to do there. We did walk around to another pond, which I didn't get to sketch because I didn't know we were going. We were heading back to catch the ferry to Delaware. And Marty said, why don't we just stop at the Conservancy again, and I'll show you this pond that I saw from the lighthouse. He climbed the lighthouse while I was sketching at the Bunker Pond. So we went there, and that was called Duck Pond, and there were lots and lots of ducks all over the place, and there was a great white egret, and there was I couldn't quite ID it. It was kind of far, and I didn't have any binoculars, but it was either a third or fourth year bald eagle or an osprey, but as far as the distance, it was hard to tell how big it really was, but it looked like it was pretty dang big. So that was that. So also, what I've been working on, this is still a work in progress. This is acrylics on 6x6 canvas, a little mountainscape with the river running through. And I've been looking at it for a week and a half now and haven't decided what else I want to do. I'm thinking about putting a little log cabin or some kind of cabin up in here, and maybe have a fence with some horses around it. We'll see how much I can fit in there, but that's still living. When I do that, I'll paint something and let it sit for a month or two or however long, and before I figure out what I want to do next there. So that's that. And I can't remember how far I went the last time I showed you my art journal, but I'll show you some things that I've done in the recent months. shown you these. I can't remember if I showed you my ballerina, but there she is. And that was taken from a picture off Pinterest. And I love ballet. I've never been to a ballet, but I love ballet. And so I like to watch videos on it, and I'm hoping to go see the Nutcracker this year. I know I showed you these, and I showed you these. And this, I think this is where we left off. These are some of my watercolors. This one I did a video on. I hope you can see all this. I'll move it back some. That was the Istanbul cats. And this one down here was that was my first watercolor painting of a landscape. So that was that. And then I bought gouache paints, and they are Jaime gouache, and they're really lovely. They are very vibrant, the colors. So I did a 10-minute scape, or a 10-minute limit drawing on 4 little abstract things. And that's what you're seeing there. And I really like how they turned out. Here is another. This is my series in leftover palette paint abstracts. So I don't know if you can see them all at once, but I'm putting them back here, and I'll move over here so you can see that one, and this one. I used gouache, watercolors, ink stamps, and acrylic inks to make this one. A little mixed media piece. And here are 2 more. These were done in mixed media, gouache, watercolors, acrylic inks, and pen. And no, I don't think I used pen on those. Anyway, there's that one. And here's another watercolor. This is mixed media. Yeah, watercolor and acrylic ink. Abstract. In between. These are more leftover palette paints using acrylics. Mixed media. Oh, I also use some acrylic inks and some gel pens to do some asemic writing. Here's the other one. This one is my favorite. It was based on a self-portrait where I aged myself backwards. And one more, I'm still working on this, but more ballet. This is called On Point. And these are also leftover palette paint abstracts. But that one's not done. I plan to do a full view ballet, maybe doing arabesque, if you know what that is. Not sure, haven't decided yet. So that's as far as I've gotten here, and I'll be showing more as I work on them. I may create in a day or two a quick video working with these sketches that I've done and let you see parts of that for my next video, probably in a couple of weeks. As I said, I have this diagnosis that is quite a debilitating disease, but they caught it early with me and they have a way of controlling it. But I have to find out what type it is, and that involves blood work and possibly a cardiac MRI kind of thing, and just a lot of nonsense that I'm just so tired of because they've been trying to figure out what has been wrong with me for a long time. I live with chronic pain. I've had that a long time, and I get a lot of muscle aches and cramps, and then when in going through all of these tests, they found out that I had some heart issues that they wanted to test for this because I had some other issues that kind of made a trifecta of symptoms that lean towards the amyloidosis. So that's that story, and I don't like to let things get me down. I've got a lot to do on this earth yet, so I'm going to keep going on as long as I can. So I thank you again for watching, and I will see you soon. I'm not sure how soon, but I'll be around. And if you like this, please subscribe. I need your support here. Thanks so much. Bye for now.